There will be one Lion King.
What's up, YouTube? In this video, we're going to dive deep into the newly released trailer for Mufasa, The Lion King, a sequel/prequel that takes us back to the heart of the savannah. In this video, I'll be breaking down every scene, talking about my thoughts and opinions and theories on each metaphor with some deep diving analysis. Make sure you like and comment your thoughts on this trailer below, because on this channel, every opinion matters. So sit back and grab your popcorn. Now let's get into the video. So the trailer opens up with Rafiki, the wise shaman of the Pride Lands, narrating an epic tale to Kiara, the daughter of Nala and the granddaughter of Mufasa. Timon and Pumbaa are by her side, ready to inject their signature humor into the story, with the comforting presence of Rafiki's words transports us back in time to a moment when the legends were still just young cubs. Now what's fascinating here is the choice of Kiara as the listener, Kiara being the daughter of Simba and Nala, in which she is in the next in line for the throne, and this storytelling moment is a powerful way to connect the past with the future. It's almost as if Rafiki is passing down the wisdom of the ages, ensuring that the legacy of Mufasa is not just remembered but deeply understood by the next generation. Timon and Pumbaa's presence also suggests that the story will have a bunch of lighter moments, balancing with heavy themes with their trademark humor, which is really relatable and much like the original films. In the next scene, as Rafiki blows the sacred dust into the air, we're whisked away into the days when Mufasa and Scar, then known as Taka, were merely cubs. It is here that the seeds of their brotherhood and their eventual rivalry is first started. Now, Rafiki's act of blowing the dust is more than just a visual transition. I think it's a symbolic gesture that ties the present to the past. Dust, after all, is a metaphor for memory and legacy and the remains of what once was. This scene hints to the nature of the Lion King saga, where the past continually shapes the present and the future. It's a reminder that the actions of one generation have profound effects on the next. Now let's go to the river scene. This imagery is powerful. Mufasa is shown to be vulnerable and drifting in the river, and is found by his young brother Taka. This moment is the genesis of a bond that would be tested to its breaking point. We meet Scar's mother, who in a surprising twist names him Taka, a reminder that he is yet to bear the infamous scar that will forever change his destiny. This scene is loaded with a lot of foreshadowing. Mufasa's vulnerability of floating helplessly down the river could be seen as a metaphor for the trials and tribulations he will face as he grows. Taka's rescue of his brother is iconic, given the betrayal that will eventually define their relationship. And the introduction of Scar's birth name, Taka, is significant detail. It humanizes a character who has long been seen as purely a villain, showing us that even Scar started with the potential for goodness. The name Taka, which means dirt or trash in Swahili, could symbolize how he was viewed by his own family, sowing the seeds of bitterness that we know later on will eventually consume him. Alright, next they show Taka pleading to his mother to bring Mufasa home, but she hesitates, knowing that the king may never accept an outsider. This tension sets the stage for the deep-rooted resentment that will fester in Scar's heart, a bitterness born not just from envy, but from the very nature of his family's dynamic. To break this down here, we see the early dynamics that will lead to tragedy. Taka's mother's reluctance isn't just about protecting her own, it's about the rigid social structures within the Pride Lands. Mufasa, though just as a cub, is already seen as outsider, a threat to the established order. This moment critiques the exclusivity of the royal bloodlines, and it foreshadows the deep divides that will later tear the Pride apart. It also adds layers to Scar's motivation. His resentment isn't just about power, it's about never feeling truly accepted, even within his own family. As the trailer progresses, we see the young lions growing up together, Mufasa and Taka, brothers in arms, yet divided by fate. Taka's wistful words, "I always wanted a brother," ring with irony as we know the tragedy that lies ahead. The new song by Lin-Manuel Miranda, titled "I Always Wanted a Brother," echoes this sentiment, adding emotional depth to their bond. The inclusion of this new song by Lin-Manuel Miranda is a masterstroke. Miranda has a unique ability to capture complex emotion in his music, and his song seems poised to be the emotional heart of the film. The lyrics, "I always wanted a brother," is deceptively simple, yet it captures the tragic irony of Scar's character. His yearning for connection is what ultimately drives him to destroy the very person he once loved. This song will likely become the anthem of sorts, a haunting reminder of how desires, when twisted by jealousy and pain, can lead to catastrophic outcomes. Alright, in the next scene, we have a voiceover by Mufasa, which hints at a past he barely remembers, a time before he was adopted into Taka's pride. The scent of a home lingers in his memory. He feels a connection to his birth parents that he can't quite place. Taka's mother, Apia, reinforces this bond, telling the brothers that together they are home. It could be that Apia is the one who instilled in Mufasa the belief in the circle of life, the philosophy that we know later he explains to Simba. Alright, to break the scene down, Mufasa's nostalgia for a home he barely remembers introduces a theme of lost origins and the search for identity. This longing for a forgotten past adds quite depth to his character, making him more relatable and human. Apia's role as a maternal figure who bridges the gap between Mufasa's lost family and his new one is crucial. Her teachings about the circle of life may very well be the foundation of the wisdom that Mufasa later passes on to Simba. This connection between generations is a powerful narrative thread that ties the entire Lion King saga together, emphasizing the importance of heritage and the lessons passed on through time. Alright, the next scene shows a little nod to the original film. Young Mufasa gazes up to the night sky, seeing a lion's head among the stars, a foreshadowing of the legendary moment when Simba would later see his father's spirit in the heavens. It is a powerful visual reminding us of the unbreakable bond between a father and son and the eternal circle of life and death. Alright, in my opinion, this is the moment of direct callback of one of the most iconic scenes in cinematic history. In the original Lion King, Mufasa's appearance in the stars was a pivotal moment for Simba, a reminder that his father's spirit will always guide him. Here we see the origins of that belief, a young Mufasa looking to the stars for guidance and finding a connection to the greater universe. The symmetry suggesting the stars themselves are witnesses to the trials and triumphs of the Pride Lands. This scene also reinforces the idea of destiny. Mufasa was always meant to be a guiding light, both in life and death. So next, we meet Kairos, a powerful white lion played by Mads Mikkelsen. Just seeing him sends chills down your spine. A white lion is rare and stands out, which makes Kairos a big deal. His appearance is especially interesting because some people thought the original Lion King was similar to the Japanese series called Kimba, the White Lion. But Kairos isn't just a nod to that. He's a fierce rival who could shake up everything Mufasa and Taka know. In my opinion, Kairos is more than just a new character. He's a symbol of change and challenge. White lions are rare, and they often represent something special or different. In this story, Kairos seems to bring a new kind of danger to the Pride Lands. His presence could push Mufasa and Taka to their limits, testing their bond and their beliefs. It's also a clever way to address the old comparisons between The Lion King and the other stories, but in a way that adds depth to this new movie. The trailer starts to heat up with a big battle between Kairos' pride and Mufasa's. Mufasa, always the leader, urges everyone to fight together, but Taka, who's starting to see things differently, warns that fighting could mean death. This is the moment that shows that the brothers are drifting apart. In my opinion, Taka is beginning to see Mufasa as a rival instead of a friend. To break this down, this battle is more than just lions fighting. It's a turning point. Mufasa's call to unite and Taka's warning highlight how differently they are becoming. Taka's fear of losing and his growing jealousy are starting to show. This is where we see the cracks in their relationship, cracks that will eventually lead to tragedy. It's a powerful moment that shows how even the closest bonds can be broken by fear and envy. The tension arises as Mufasa and Taka are cornered by Kairos' pride. Taka grabs Mufasa and they jump off a cliff into the river, trying to escape. But just when they think they are safe, one of Kairos' lions jumps in after them, keeping the chase going, and the danger just continues. To break down, this chase scene is full of suspense and shows how desperate things are getting. The jump into the river is a risky move, showing that Mufasa and Taka are willing to do anything to survive. But the fact that the danger follows them even into the water shows that they can't escape the trouble that's coming. It's a great way to build tension and keep the audience on the edge of their seats. The last part of the trailer is a fast-paced series of shots. Rafiki raising his staff, Apia launching Timon into the air, young Mufasa swimming for his life, Zazu flying with Zarabi, and a huge wave sweeping a lion away. It's intense and it shows how high the stakes are. This quick montage gives us a glimpse of the chaos and challenges that the characters will face. Each shot is packed with motion and action, making it clear that this movie will be a wild ride. The wave sweeping away a lion could be a hint of a major loss, possibly Mufasa's father. These moments are meant to leave us with questions and a sense of excitement for what's to come. And finally, we see Mufasa standing tall on Pride Rock, letting out a powerful roar. This moment is all about him claiming his place as king. The scene goes back and the title Mufasa, the Lion King, appears, leaving us with a feeling of awe and anticipation. Mufasa's roar at the end is symbolic. It's not just a roar, it's a declaration that he's ready to lead and protect the Pride Lands, no matter what comes his way. This is the moment that reminds us why Mufasa is such an iconic character, and it sets the stage for the epic story that is about to unfold. This trailer has everything: drama, emotion, epic battles, and the timeless themes of family, loyalty, and betrayal. What do you think? Are you hyped for this movie as much as I am? Let me know in the comments below. Also, let me know, how do you feel about this animation? I know I've seen mixed reviews about it. Some people like it and some people don't. Also, how old is Rafiki? I feel like he's been old through this whole family's bloodline. Oh well, that's probably another topic for another video. In closing, thanks for watching the deep dive into Mufasa, the Lion King. Here on Soulful Storylines, we're all about exploring the heart and soul of Hollywood's most powerful stories. If you enjoyed this breakdown, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe for more cinematic insights and in-depth analysis of your favorite movie trailers. Click for more videos, and I'll see you on the next one. Let's go.